Ating munang alamin, Boss D, panoorin natin ang naging statement naman, pahayag ni Senator Pia Cayetano kaugnay sa mga ganap kanina dyan sa Senado.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I am still here in the Senate, and I'm still in the office of my brother, the Senate President. It's been a long evening. And I had wanted to do an FB Live to be able to share with you the recent events that happened the last few hours. So before I start though, I want to let you know that as earlier reported, there are no casualties, no one was hurt. No one died. Contrary to some reports that I read that are just so terribly irresponsible. I mean, there are people here, everybody here has family, their mothers, fathers, children. And for somebody, and I believe it's a congressman who tweeted that there are casualties in the Senate, that is so irresponsible because I can just imagine the families who are so worried. So, sana during times like this, mag-ingat din tayo sa mga information na sinishare natin because it can really make things worse. So, again, I repeat, everybody is safe. No one is hurt. As to whether we are in lockdown, how do I explain this? I am here voluntarily. I'll explain later why I was here, why I'm still here. Of course, we had session, that's why I was here. But right now, the Secretary of the DILG, Secretary Remulla, is coordinating with our OSAA, that is the Office of the Sergeant of Arms, to clear and ensure that there are no third parties in the Senate loitering around. So the Senate staff has all been sent home. The only ones here would be the senators, and most of us are complete in the new majority, and some of our staff. But I want to call out all the staff and the media who were here with us during this experience. I'm a mother, like many of the other women here. I'm a daughter. Beyond my official capacity, I'm a human being, and I would not wish on anyone to experience what we experienced. That all around us, there were gunshots, and we even thought that it was a paputok. And so, anyway, I'll go and make kwento chronologically, but yun nga, I still just want to reach out to the staff and to the press, to our Senate media. Grabe din yung pinagdaanan nyo, ang tibay nyo. I know it was scary for all of us, and I'm not gonna pretend I wasn't scared. And the media, they were there, like, I mean, wala naman hong bulletproof rooms dito, wala naman kaming bulletproof vests, and we were just in a room, there's windows, you know, so yeah, to all the staff who also experienced this, I'm just glad that everybody is safe. So, I also just wanna express a little bit of my sentiments, no, na I heard that there are officials, publicly elected officials, there are netizens who say na gawa-gawa lang to. I can tell you na there is no way na gawa-gawa ito. From where I was standing, we were all so scared, we were all so shocked, and I wanted to go on Facebook Live. I have evidence in the sense that when we first heard putukan, and akala pa namin, yun nga, yung paputok lang. And then, I think it was my mom or my brother who messaged sa family group namin na, are you okay? So to prove to my mom na okay kami, nag-video ako, And I sent it. That's why I have a timestamp. Alam ko kung anong oras yun. I said, "Hi mom, we're okay." Tapos, binidyo ko pa yung brother ko para malaman ng mami ko na okay yung brother ko. So, may timestamp ako na at that time na meron ng konting putukan, hindi kami naniniwala, or at least ako, na hindi okay. Kasi nga, wala, nag-video pa ako. Then after that, tuloy-tuloy na yung putukan and apparently, totoo na pala. So, here's my chronological narration to the best of my ability, okay? And now you know that during times like this, of course, you're emotional because it's literally your life at stake. So, ba't kami nandito? Natapos na yung session and then may caucus kami because we have to discuss the committee chairmanships because ang gusto ng bagong Senate President is by Monday, ma-announce na yung bagong chairman so that ma-continue na yung work, no? So yun yung isang main topic namin. And then at the same time, in-inform kami ng Secretariat that they have been told by the House that the articles of impeachment will be sent to us. And that is why pinatawag yung Deputy Secretary in charge to brief us na anong mangyayari pag na-receive, ano yung steps na mangyayari. Tapos at that time, at some point there, lumabas na siya to receive the articles of impeachment kasi dumating na daw. And then, yun na, yung may mga narinig na putukan. Pero yun nga, medyo matagal din yun before we took it seriously na may nangyayari na eh. So, but yun yung topic namin, yung articles of impeachment nung nandito kami, sabay-sabay. At tapos naalala ko pa na na-establish din namin na may mga nag-uuwian na. Well, of course, gabi na rin. So, talaga namang may uuwi. Wala namang issue doon. Pero na-confirm namin na yung iba, sinabihan na umuwi na. Umuwi na kayo. Kasi parang may mangyayari. And, of course, tapos, yung DepSec namin, parang nasabihan pa niya yung mga kasama niya, hindi mo na ako pwede umuwi dahil aantayin ko yung articles of impeachment. And then, kami rin, parang, we're waiting for the articles of impeachment also. So that was really the main, and you know, I don't think at that point we thought it was serious na totoo yung may putukan. And then nung sunod-sunod na yung putukan, and then nag-amoy usok na, sabi ko, gosh, this is really serious. And then yung chief of staff ko, yung long-time staff ko, mga tatlo sila, they usually follow me around naman kasi minsan papatawag ko, take notes kasi ganito mangyayari, we have to do this. Nandun lang sila sa, parang, what do you call it, like the outer room of my brother's office. This is not the official Senate President's office kasi 3 days pa lang Senate President si Alan. So this is his office downstairs. So sumilip ako sa labas, tapos sabi nila, pumasok ka na lang, delikado, you know, don't go near the windows, don't go out, just stay inside. Tapos sabi ko, what's happening? Tapos ang ingay na, tapos yun nga, may mga putukan, and then parang I think they were kind of trying to barricade the doors because ang reports din, and then my brother Ren was sending me news reports kasi nga may media nga na nandyan na may mga pumapasok na daw sa Senate. May mga gustong pumasok sa Senate, dumadaan sa escape emergency exits, yun. And then dun sa GSIS side, kasi we're actually renting lang, tenant lang kami ng GSIS. So nakadikit kami dun sa main GSIS building. And so hindi na namin property yun, wala kaming security doon. Pero nung sinecheck nila, dun pala nanggaling yung putukan talaga. That's what was later on reported to us. So, I really thought it would just subside kasi akala ko parang nahuli, nagkaputukan. Siyempre, it's not good, no? But hindi ako nakakaramdam ng panic or anything. Pero nung hindi na tumitigil yung putukan, medyo nakakatakot na talaga na gano'n, ano? Para ka nang nasa war zone. And then, presence of mind, sabi ko, gosh, I should be reporting this to people so they know what's going on. I mean, every human life is important. But this is the Senate, which is what people look up to when you think of democracy, when you think of freedom of speech, when you think of, you know, laws that are made for the protection of the people. So I'm like, who would dare shoot at the Senate? who would do that? So I said, baka I should go live. But at the same time, syempre, I wanted to also give my brother, si Senate President, the opportunity to make his official announcement. And sa totoo lang, if you know me well, you know that hindi ako mahilig gumawa ng gulo. Hindi ako mahilig magdagdag sa gulo. So I felt that it was prudent na I won't go live and add to the confusion, add to the panic. And again, as I said, I could easily just call my family, but I didn't want to go live and make everybody who has loved ones here in the Senate panic for them. So I let the official announcement be made. Pero literally, naka-on yung live ko in case magla-live ako. And then I decided that the prudent thing to do would be to call the public officials that I know. So nag-text na ako kay Secretary Vince Dizon. And I said, Vince, do you know what's going on here? Nagpuputukan na dito, binabaril na kami dito. And then si Senator Lauren was calling NBI director, and she also called Secretary Remulla. And then by then, I think a lot of I looked around and everybody was making calls to let people of authority know that this was happening, that an institution of the Senate was being attacked. And then I guess some of us were able to connect nga with them, like Secretary Vince called me, and Senate President Alan reported this early on naman, that Secretary Vince had talked to the President, and later on the President talked to my brother, to the Senate President, to assure us that there was no order to attack the Senate. But kami naman, and I had, and I will just talk about it more later because ayoko na hong makadagdag sa gulo. I don't want to accuse anyone yet of anything. But I felt that the natural reaction would be for anyone, as Secretary Vince did respond to me na, are you okay? How are you? Let me find out what's going on, because that would be the natural reaction if somebody you know would tell you na binabaril na kami dito, you know what's going on. So yun, so these calls were made, and then by then medyo nag-subside na yung putukan, pati yung amoy nawala. So there was a little bit more sense of control because yun nga, parang nawala din yung putukan, and we were talking, at least we were talking to people, like so many of us were making calls. I never even had a chance to listen to any report kasi nga we were in the middle of everything, trying to figure out what's going on. It wasn't just 5 minutes, it wasn't 10 minutes, it's a long time. And I have timestamps on my phone to show na from the time na biruan lang, or hindi namin alam na totoo, not biruan, pero hindi namin alam na totoo, nag-video nga ako sa mami ko, tapos hanggang later on, sabi ko, oh shoot, there's really firing going on. I mean, there's putukan talaga. Medyo matagal din yun eh. So there was really a lot of exchanges. Anyway, so that's pretty much my version. The Secretary of DILG arrived, and together he was briefed, and then we went around, we went to some parts of the Senate. Hindi ho namin naikot yung buong Senate because hindi pa clear na safe yung ibang lugar. And then the Secretary and the Senate President went down sa ground floor to brief media. So I agree with the Senate President that, you know, we're not making any accusations. Ang hirap mag-finger point. They agreed that you know, there will be a fact-finding to find out how this happened, why this happened. Violence in any form cannot be tolerated, cannot be normalized. As I said, I speak as a mother, a human being. Ang dami, ang thousands of employees ang Senate, and everybody, you know, was traumatized. So now nandito pa kami. Hindi kami naka-lockdown, pero kiniklear pa para makaalis na kami. Pero halos lahat na ng staff yata napauwi na, kung sino na lang yung immediate staff namin who wanted to stay on with us. Yeah, the impeachment complaint was received as far as I know. Pati yata yung representatives ng House na nagdala dito, parang medyo na semi-lockdown din sila. So for those of you who are messaging me, I don't have time to read it now, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for your concern. Yung mga walang magawa at akala imbe-imbento to, if you love your country, do the research, find out what's going on, don't jump to conclusions. I only want what's best for our country. I may decide in ways that some of you love, some of you hate, but know that as a lawyer, I work hard to ferret the truth. I work hard to bring my work to the highest standards, and I will continue to do that. Earlier today, I took the floor to call out a colleague who said something that was an outright lie about my car being used as a vehicle for Senator Bato. And I reminded our colleagues that the law, our rules in the Senate, the civil code, the code for public officials, we are duty bound to deal honorably and respect toward each other. And I will always do the same. Kahit bastusin niyo ako, I will do my best hanggat kaya ng patience ko to deal with everyone honorably and respectfully. So don't lie. Don't ever lie about our work because it is not true na sumakay sa kotse ko si Senator Bato. I didn't even know that he was in town. I never even knew where he was. So don't make up stories. You wanna ask questions? Sabi ko nga, you wanna ask kung paano nakarating dito si Senator Bato? Then ask the Senate President. Siya yung nagsabi na nandito na si Senator Bato. So ayoko ng ganon. And that is the only thing I can commit to you, that I will be honest and candid about my work. Like I said kanina, meron akong gustong i-share na sentiments ko about what happened, pero I don't want to accuse anyone. Ayoko nung dala lang ng init ng ulo ko. I will accuse people of, not doing their job or sila yung guilty. Di ko gagawin yun. Kasi hindi makakabuti sa ating institution. It will not help our country. It will not help us go beyond this if I just make accusations. And I trust and I have a lot of faith in my brother na ganun din siya. Kalma lang siya. You've seen him in action. Kung kailangan makipag-away, makikipag-away. Ako din, kung kailangan makipag-away, makikipag-away ako. But now is not the time for that. Now is the time to be calm. So yung mga walang magawang matino, I pray that you find something that will be useful to our country, to your community, to your family, na dun nyo ibuhos yung energy ninyo. Okay, yan ang dasal ko po sa inyo because our country at this time requires that we are... Ang dali ko sanang sabihin yung word na united, but it's so abused in that sense. So we don't even have to unite, but let's all do our part to make this a better place. We have an energy crisis. I was, until recently, the chairman of the Committee on Energy. Next week, itutuloy ko yung hearing na yon, even in a holdover capacity on yung pagtataas ng presyo yung ang tawag dito, yung energy bill natin, yung electric bill natin, kung bakit ang daming mga charges doon. I-discuss ko yun. You will very rarely hear me talk about politics because it comes with the job, but I take my legislative work very seriously. So I'll be working a lot on those issues, tuloy-tuloy yun. Unfortunately, and I really consider it unfortunate, na part of our work next week, kasi ang session namin is until today, Wednesday, then next week ulit, will include a very political activity, which is the impeachment. It is political. So pag sinabi yung namumulitika si Senator Pia, no, an impeachment process is a political process. Okay? It is a constitutionally defined event that we are duty bound to participate in as senators, but it is political. It is political, and it's tough. It's tough for me. I think it's tough for everyone. Maybe some have made their decisions. I think there may be senators who made public how they feel about it. With me, I will always study the evidence. I take my job so seriously. It's my job as a lawyer. Hindi niyo matatanggal sa akin yon kasi abogado ako. So hindi ko sasabihin na dahil sa politika, kaibigan ko to, dahil sa politika, kagalit ko to. Hindi ako ganun. Dahil abogado ako, binigay ng Diyos na yung opportunity na mag-aral ako ng batas. So that is what I will be using, my experience and my brain as a lawyer. But it is a political process. So on that note, I think I've said enough for the night. Let's all pray for our country. Again, to all those who went through this, the media who I think many are probably going to sleep and camp out tonight because feeling ko lang hanggat nandito yung Senate President, hanggang nandito yung ibang senators, yung iba dyan hindi uuwi. I'm just glad that everybody is safe, and to all their families, if you haven't reached them, wala hong nasaktan dito tonight. So on that note, thank you again so much for all your messages of concern. God bless you all.